Hello, this is Liz Pham. I'm Director of Faith Formation here at St. Hubert. And I just want to thank you for joining us to learn more about our mission trip that we are hoping to organize for 2024 for our high schoolers. We are very excited about this opportunity. And if you missed our information meeting, don't worry. It really was just to help us get a sense of what the interest was to see if we wanted to move forward. And based off of what we've been hearing, we think that this will be possible to do. So I'm going to present to you just some basic information about where we're at in terms of the planning process. And we will provide a lot more information later as well. But we hope this is a start to help you discern and pray if this is something you would like to join us on for 2024. So before we start, I would like to just pray together this daily prayer of St. Teresa of Calcutta. She was a great model for us in how to serve with humility and love. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Dear Jesus, help me to spread thy fragrance everywhere I go. Flood my soul with thy spirit and love. Penetrate and possess my whole being so utterly that all my life may only be a radiance of thine. Shine through me and be so in me that every soul I come in contact with may feel thy presence in my soul. Let them look up and see no longer me, but only Jesus. Stay with me, and then I shall shine as you shine, so as to shine as to be a light to others. Amen. So first off, why a mission trip? We know that there's many opportunities to serve in our communities here. One of the things that we have found, or I have found in my experience in working with young people, is that their faith really comes alive when they are able to serve in communities where it's not their home. I think they get a sense of being part of something greater and bigger when they head outside of their local communities. And so that's something we want to nurture in them and give them that experience of being something part of something bigger. And so through meaningful service projects, spiritual growth, and lifelong friendships, we are hoping to be able to go on this Catholic mission trip. I know there's many mission trip organizations out there, but the one that we are choosing to go forth with is one that's Catholic based, and it really focuses on deepening their relationship with God while also impacting the world. So the organization we are choosing to go with this for our first mission trip here at St. Hubert is called Catholic Heart Workcamp. They have been around for a long time. They've had more than, I think, 12,000 participants go through different work sites that they have all over the country. And so we feel strongly that it is a wonderful program out there for us. They include down the side of the presentation here, you'll see all of the many aspects of their service, their mission trips that are included. So they do a daily service project. There's also daily mass. There is a priest that serves on the Catholic Heart Work Camp staff that will travel with each group. We will participate in praise and worship, Eucharistic adoration. They also include witnesses and some inspirational talks and messages to share so that the kids have an opportunity to hear from other people who have been on this journey of missionary discipleship. We participate in daily rosary. They organize games and activities to bring the fun into the mission trip. There's also this prayer experience called Four Corners one of the nights. And though I've never been on a Catholic Heart Work Camp mission trip, Patty Dolan from our business administrator here at St. Hubert has been on two over the past few years, and she says this prayer experience called the Four Corners is just incredible. It's a beautiful way for the youth to encounter God and have a time to really reflect and see how the mission trip is changing and moving and transforming them. And there's also fun things like a dance party, and just lots of fun that they incorporate into it, as well as the Catholic aspects of our faith. They do a couple of different levels of camp, mission trips. The one that we are going to be going on this year is called the Elevate Camp. This is for current ninth graders and up, so current ninth graders as of this year. And so because we are going through their organization, we do need to adhere to their grade levels that they're looking for in each of their camps. And so our hope is in the future, if the camps, if these mission trips are really well received within our St. Hubert parish, then hopefully we can do ones for those who are incoming ninth graders over the summer. But this year we will be doing we'll be looking into what's considered their Elevate Camp for ninth grade, current ninth graders and up. So what does a typical day look like with Catholic Heart Workcamp? It is a 5-day, 5 days of service projects. So 6 to 15 a.m. is when they tell us that they do a wake-up call. There's breakfast and daily mass, and then they prep, the youth prep to get out to their work sites. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., the youth will be at each work site service project working alongside a lot of other young people. Lunch will be included in that, and then there are also some prayer and share times where they can reflect on the work that they are doing. One thing I did want to note is that the mission trip, we would just be one parish among a lot of parishes that arrive at a certain site. And so there are many other young people around the country that we would be serving alongside. And so Catholic Heart Youth Camp Catholic Heart Workcamp actually does the organization of each of the project teams. And so our parish group would be divided up among their work site service project sites. So not necessarily, I'm not able to guarantee that you would be assigned to a group that's with your friends, but it's really a beautiful opportunity to focus on the service and really meet some other young people across the country who are on fire for Jesus and wanting to be missionary disciples. So we've only heard beautiful testimonies of young people who experience just the beauty of serving among strangers. But if our group is big enough, there's a likelihood that you may be paired up with somebody in our parish for your work team. And then at 3 p.m., they return to their main site, and from 3 to 9 p.m. there's free time, dinner, and then the Catholic Heart Workcamp does an evening program which includes talks and skits, praise and worship, games, and prayer time. So it's a beautiful evening of just fellowship and faith together. And then at nighttime, we sleep so that we have energy for the next day. All groups will be sleeping in parishes at the city that we're at. And so each group will get assigned, each parish will get assigned to various classrooms in that parish to spend the night. And so that's kind of what a typical day looks like. Just so you know, it is almost a full day, 6 hours of really hard service work. It's hard work, but it's fulfilling work. And so intermixed with a lot of fun and faith in between. So our St. Hubert options for 2024, here's kind of what we're looking at in terms of what week and what site we might choose. And right now I just say what we're looking at because registration doesn't open until October 4th. And my understanding is that Catholic Heart Workcamp registration fills up really quickly. And so while we want to go in and choose the site that we want and the date that we want, there's a potential that others are also trying to get into the sites. And so we have chosen 3 3 locations here and 2 possible weeks so that we have a plan B if our first choice isn't chosen. And so we chose these for 3 main reasons. First is the proximity. This lowers the cost of our travel, kind of how close they are, and these seem to be the closest. Champaign, Illinois it'd be about an 8-hour bus ride. Louisville, Kentucky would possibly a 12-hour bus ride, and same with Montague, Michigan, possibly a 12-hour bus ride. So just being a little closer. They have sites over on the East Coast and over in Montana, but those take up to 19 plus hours to get there. So we're trying to just be closer so we can lower that cost of travel. These dates of June 9th or June 16th, we chose because they are ideal for family and parish schedules. We've just been hearing a lot from different families that as the summer goes on, there's just so many people involved in different camps. Lots of family vacations are already scheduled, for midsummer and beyond. And so we kind of wanted to hit to the early summer part of the year so that as kids just finish school, we can head off and do some service work together, missionary work, and then come back and have the rest of the summer for many different things. I did want to note that for those high schoolers who had their sights set on helping with Extreme Faith Camp, Extreme Faith Camp next year will be June 24th through the 28th. And so it does fall like right shortly after one of these 2 options for us. So just something to note if you are really wanting to consider doing Extreme Faith Camp too. But hopefully if it's something you can do both, that's wonderful. And then a third, we chose the Elevate program for 9th through 12th graders as kind of our first try here at a mission trip. And so these dates and these locations are the ones that are for those age groups. So those are kind of the 3 things. I did kind of put a map here so you can kind of see where they are all located. What we will be doing, well, I'll get to that in a second. Here's the estimated cost of the trip. We won't know the exact transportation costs until we have a final decision on our location. So I will hope to update that. But the camp fee itself is $495, and that covers most of the meals there and all the activities and programs while we are there on site. Transportation. So we are planning to take a coach bus. Coach buses fit typically about 50 passengers, and I guess if the more we fill the bus, the cheaper it gets per person for the cost of that transportation. And so I have a kind of a big range estimate here, but the cost of the transportation could be between $250 and $400. So just depending on how many people we are able to get going on this trip and filling that bus. And then personal spend. So any snacks people are buying on the way. We are not sure yet, but we may add on a free day on the way home. We could stop by Catholic Heart Workcamp does offer some ideas for some fun activities to do around those cities where we are serving. So as we choose our site, we'll take a look at what are those options, but that would also be included in the personal spend. We do plan to fundraise. We know that these costs may seem prohibitive to some, but we do plan to fundraise. We will do one fundraiser here at the parish that Father has blessed us to be able to do. And then we will look for opportunities outside of the parish to help the youth fundraise. I've done a lot of fundraising with my home parish for youth activities and events, and we'll brainstorm with the group that is going. And then we also have the potential to share bus costs with other parishes. So if we say we only have 25 participants going, and we still have another 15 spots on the bus. We're going to reach out to the local parishes in the Archdiocese to see if anybody else is planning to go and to the same site as us, and hopefully we can bring them in and collaborate on the transportation and lower the cost there so that we can fill the bus. So our timeline, this is just to give you a look at what's ahead for us. As I mentioned, this informational meeting and this informational deck is really just to help us get an idea of what the interest is. Parish registration for Catholic Heart Workcamp doesn't open until October 4th. And like I mentioned, they do fill up their sites pretty quickly. So our hope is that by October 4th, I would be able to get a good sense of how many spots we would like to hold for our parish group. And then I will register us as a parish. And then on October 5th, in the October 5th flock note, we will provide them the specific instructions on how individual youth can register for our, X amount of spots that we've held for our parish. When you do register, registration is not going to open for individuals on the 5th. I want to be able to give you the information, give enough time for everyone to spread the word among your friends and see who else might want to go, and give you a little bit of time to discern and pray if this is something you want to be part of. But that on October 5th, I'll let you know when our registration opens. At the time that you do register your youth, a non-refundable $100 deposit is due, and that will secure your spot. But again, it is non-refundable. So once you register, that will hold your spot. And then we have until February 1st to make our first payment. And that's we'll communicate more at that time what your exact cost will be. And then our final payment is due on May. So for those of you who look at the cost of a trip like this as prohibitive, there is an opportunity for us to kind of pay in small chunks at a time. And then we'll factor in all of the fundraising opportunities that we have, and how much your youth is participating in those to go towards their payments. And so we'll figure out all of that later on. We'll also have mission trip meetings throughout the next several months once people have registered, just to build up the fellowship among the group, do the fundraising, and just general preparation for the trip. The biggest thing right now is I ask is that if you, after seeing this information from right now, if you know for sure that you are wanting to commit to go on this mission trip next year, I would love to have you reach out to me to let me know that. That way, when I go in on October 4th to do the parish registration, I have a better sense of what number of spots I'm going to register for. And we will register for, for more than potentially what I'm hearing is needed, and then hopefully be able to continue to promote it over the next month or two to fill in all of those spots that we did hold. But I just wanted to be mindful to not hold too many spots if it's really a small group that wants to go. But as of now, it sounds like there is a huge interest out there. So if you do have any additional questions after hearing this information, or you want to know more about something, feel free to reach out to me. If you know for sure that you want a spot on the trip, please also reach out to me before October 4th so that I can be sure to make that count when I'm looking at how many spots we're going to try to hold. So that is it. If there's, again, if there's any questions, I look forward to hearing from you. We are super excited about this trip, and Father is super excited. Please continue to pray for for all the plans that we're making so that everything goes smoothly and that our young people are they feel the call to join us on this trip. Thank you. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Have a blessed day.